Hey guys, my name is TIWI and welcome back to my channel. Banga! I feel like I should say where I've been and what I've been up to, why you guys haven't seen me for a long time. But if you guys want to also know the reason, please comment in the comment section and I'll make that video separately. Today I have come again with another topic. You know now, I'm always bringing topic to discuss. Today guys, we'll be talking about insecurities. Oh, first off, I just want to say that insecurity is a natural part of life. Like at some point in our life or at some point in everyone's life, they are insecure about one thing or the other, physically or emotionally. Everyone, like if you're out there and you do not experience any form of insecurity, I'm happy for you, because it's not easy to feel insecure. It's not easy to overcome it. So if you're out there and you don't feel insecure about anything, that's nice. But I was once insecure, and this is one topic that I've always wanted to talk about, because I've been insecure at one point in my life and it took me some time, it took me a lot to get over it. So first off, insecurity is the anxiety you experience when you feel vulnerable. It's a point where we lack self-confidence or assurance and we feel like we are inadequate or we are not good enough. Okay, so there are so many reasons that can cause insecurities. Some from trauma, from past experiences, from the society. All this and so many more can cause one to be insecure. Now, how do we solve our insecurities? One, stop comparing. Stop comparing yourself to anybody. Like, you are you and they can never be any you. Like, that's what I tell myself. I am me and they can never be any other me. Like, my name, for instance, my name is Bolwa TV, and every time I tell people like my name is Bolwa TV, they'll be like, oh, are you sure that it's not Bolwa TV? I'm like, I know my name, okay, and it's Bolwa TV, and it's very different because we all know about Bolwa TV, but it's little or none that you would hear somebody that's wearing Bolwa TV, like in 100 people, maybe one or two. So it gives me this sense of feeling that it's me, I'm the only Bolwa TV. I used to say at one point in my life that I am the only Bolwa TV in this world. Now I know that okay, that's been extra. There can be another Bolwa TV elsewhere, but it's the probability of that happening is little. Okay, so stop comparing yourself. Stop punishing yourself for the mistakes you have made in the past. The past is the past. It has gone. Forget it. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't change the past. So you have to just continue to work on your future. So just leave it and forget it. So another way to help solve our insecurities is to be consistent. And when I say this, is always looking at ourselves afresh, like taking a fresh look at ourselves. Like I look at myself, am I where I want to be? Do I need to do something else to improve myself? Do I need to take cooking classes if I feel that I can't cook enough or I can't cook in a good way? So look at yourself and see and check whatever thing that you feel that you are lacking. Look at yourself and feel and see that, oh, I need to do better in my studies, I need to do better in content creation, I need to do better in taking pictures. If you're a photographer, do that. Look inwards and see what you need and do that for yourself. If you are persistent, you will get it. If you are consistent, you will keep it. Let me just put it out there that it takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of strength and self-control and love to understand yourself. I feel I should just dive into my insecurities. Okay, I was insecure about my neck. How you guys see it? Now I can show people my neck, I can flaunt it, and it took me a while before I could do that. I remember when I was in secondary school and there was nobody that looked like me. And when I say looked like me, I'm not saying in my face or physical appearance. Looked like nobody had this type of neck. and it felt really bad because I got a lot of insults and names concerning it, and I would cry myself to sleep sometimes. When I know that I was going to school the next day, I would be so angry. I used to frown because I didn't want somebody to call me names because of what I could not control. I was born like this. There's nothing I can do about it. So it took a lot of struggle, it took a lot of self-control and love to love what I have. When I was in school, it was unbearable. People would call me a whalon, people would call me an ostrich because of my neck. It got to a point where I imagined if my dad was $10 or Dangote, I would have pressured him, like seriously pressured him to get me plastic surgery. Like, make it make sense. Like, why does somebody that look like me have this type of neck? And in secondary school also, I heard that it was fat people that had this kind of neck, and I'm like this. I was even slimmer than this, and I had this type of neck. I'm like, why is it only me? And funny enough, this same neck that brought me insults in school also made me popular in a way, because every time I got into the staff room, people would be like, I will long teach herself. Like, let's not even dive into that, but it made people know me. But then I didn't even think about that popularity or think about people acknowledging me. I was only seeing the insults. Like, now I feel different. At a point where I would keep myself shut. I would like tell myself, I would judge myself even before I even started saying anything. It's also hindered me in a way from starting my channel, because I felt, what will people think of me? What will people think about my neck? What will people say? Do I look okay? Am I sounding okay? A lot of judgments and criticism I put to myself. So sometimes I'm talking with people outside, I'm like, in my head I'm telling myself, are you not talking too much? Like, it's okay, shut up. And yes, I'm saying something correct, I'm saying the right thing, but I'm already telling myself, stop it, like, don't go further. And yes, it might help in a way to curb or help in a way also to control you in not being a talkative, but do not stop yourself from accomplishing things because you think that you are not good enough. Often but not always, personal insecurities relates to body image. Like, am I slim enough? Or is my face straight enough? Do I have a straight nose? Is my lips pink? Like, outrageous reasons why you can criticize yourself is the reasons we give ourselves. And it's so crazy because it's not supposed to be so. Like, if your lips are dark, they are dark and beautiful. If your lips are pink, they are pink and beautiful. Okay, having pink lips does not categorize that you are going to be accepted by people or that you are going to miraculously turn beautiful. So you just have to appreciate yourself for who you are. Now, for relationship insecurities, feeling like you don't deserve the person that you're with, you don't deserve your partner, you don't deserve to have somebody good in your life. Please do not do this. Do not allow your mind play that prank on you. You are a good person and you deserve to also be with a good person. Okay, nobody is totally bad. Even though you're a bad person, nobody is totally bad. I believe this, that nobody is totally bad. Even a bad person has a time or a point in his life where he does something good. So nobody is totally bad. You are enough and you deserve somebody that would appreciate that. You are enough, you are beautiful, and you are smart, and you are kind, and you are sexy. You are enough. And do not let any insecurity, is it belly fat, is it not having big boobs, is it having big lips, is it having narrow eyes, or not enough lash, or not having long hair, or not having hips or bum, please do not allow any of this make you feel insecure in any way. Now, there are signs that we see in people that start feeling insecure about themselves. Now, there are they start self-isolating themselves, like they don't want to go out. Like then I also didn't want to go out because I was like, what exactly are people seeing? And I didn't want anybody to see any mistake in my body, because I felt that my neck was a mistake. Okay, so I decided I do not go out. Like I stayed home. I would rather be in my room. Like I didn't even want to interact with my family because I was the only one even then having that type of neck. So it was like, why was I different? Like I'm even different from my own family. Why? What is the reason? So I decided to self-isolate. I stayed in my room. I would prefer to be alone than even be with my family. And even when they are self-isolating, they have the fear of being alone. Like, make it make sense. Okay, you are keeping yourself in your room, you are not interacting with people, but you fear that people are going to leave you alone. That's what this thing does to us. It messes up with our minds and it makes us do outrageous things. And also they rely on people for their emotional well-being. They rely on people to be okay. They rely on friends, they rely on family. Like, you can be okay by yourself. And when I say this, I'm not saying that people shouldn't be around you. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be around family. But you have to love yourself to the point where you can be okay with yourself. And that does not mean also that you should self-isolate, because you feel that I can be okay with myself. Nobody's an island. Do not believe that you can be okay by yourself and then leave people out. You can't do that. You have to interact with people. Okay, so they self-isolate and they fear that people would leave them, and they also rely on others for their emotional well-being. Okay, before I forget, one last way to help solve our insecurities is to avoid condemnation from yourself and from others. Like, stop it. Like I said, it takes a lot of strength and self-control to understand and love yourself, but avoid condemnation. Anybody that's going to put you down, like tell you constantly like you're not good enough, or what kind of neck do you have, or what kind of eyes do you have, why are you looking like this, why are you bent, or something like that. Anybody that's going to say anything negative to you, avoid them. Like I can tell you that I avoid them so that you can get your sanity. Avoid them. Like, leave friends that are constantly putting you down. And when I say putting you down, body shaming you and emphasizing on your insecurities, avoid them totally. Like, cut them off. So cut anybody off that is condemning you, and do not condemn yourself. That's another thing. You can cut people off from condemning you, but also do not condemn yourself. Okay, so like I said, if you are around people that constantly put you down, constantly emphasize on your insecurities, please cut them off. It won't help you. Cut them off. Okay, so some of the consequences that can come out from we feeling insecure is that it can make one prone to mental health issues. Yes, it can. So please try to overcome your insecurities. Also, it can increase anxiety. I also remember at a point I hated going to a room where people were already in. Now it's fine if I got there early and I was just like meeting like 2 or 3 people in the room, or maybe 10 people. I could undo that. I'll go in and sit down and people can come in from wherever. I would be a little bit okay. But let's say the class is filled. For example, in school the class is filled and I have to walk in. God, the courage I use, like constantly take to walk into that class. I have to tell myself like, okay, there's nothing you can do about it. You are late for this class. Go in and do not look at anybody. Because every time, I remember when I was in 100 level, every time I get late for a class and people were already in the class and I had to go in, I felt that everybody was criticizing me. Like, what is she wearing? Like, look at her neck. Like, who is this one? Constantly my head was playing it back to back, and every time I was walking I would always feel anxious. So that is one of the consequences that could lead from having insecurities. Before that happens, okay, try to stop it, try to solve it, try to overcome your insecurities. Also, it can lead to depression and thinking. I thought a lot, like I said, it led to a lot of thinking, like, why am I different? Why am I like this? What made me like this? Why am I even different from my dad, from my mom, from my brothers? Why am I like this? Why is my neck like this? A lot of thoughts came to my head, and it didn't help in any way. At a point, I started um interacting with people that appreciated me, people that said good things about my neck, people that said I was beautiful. And sometimes even when I didn't feel like I was beautiful, those things they said helped me feel confident in my own skin, in my own body, in my neck. But yes, it took me a long time. It took me a long time to overcome it. It took me a long time. Even now, when some of my friends say that, oh, go to see your neck, oh yeah, your neck is already getting fat, I appreciate it now, because then I'll be like, God have mercy, I've started again. Okay, now I'm like, there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, I love it now. I can flaunt it, like I can flaunt it for anybody to see. I remember when I was young and I didn't like taking pictures because my head was not always straight. And it's funny because my head is like this. How is it not straight? Every time in the pictures my head was always like this, and every time we wanted to take pictures, the photographer would be like, you turn your head, like bend your head like this. Okay, so do not condemn yourself. Do not do that. Do not condemn yourself, and also stay apart from people that would also condemn you and also emphasize on your insecurities. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I appreciate everyone that reached out to me during the period I was not posting videos. I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate the love and the support, everyone that has subscribed and are still subscribed. Thank you so much. If you are watching my video, please do not forget to like this video. If you do, comment and also subscribe. Also put on your post notification bell so you get an update anytime I post a new video. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.